They were known among the believers in Jerusalem, Ananias and Sapphira, a husband and wife who had joined the growing movement of Jesus followers. The early church was alive with unity, generosity, and the power of the Holy Spirit. The apostles preached boldly. Miracles were happening daily. Believers sold their possessions, shared freely, and no one among them lacked anything. Acts 4:32-35. In that environment of contagious faith stood Barnabas, who sold his field and laid the entire amount at the apostles' feet. His act wasn't for fame, it was genuine love for God. But to some, that admiration he received planted a quiet seed of envy. Ananias and Sapphira noticed how people honored those who gave. They wanted the same respect, the same recognition, the same glow of approval. They made a plan. They would sell a piece of land, keep part of the money, and pretend to give it all. After all, who would know? But what they didn't realize was this: the Holy Spirit always knows. One morning, Ananias walked into the gathering where the apostles prayed and shared bread. In his hand was a small bag of silver coins. He smiled confidently and laid it before Peter. "Brother Peter," he said, "this is the full price of our land. We gladly give it to the Lord." The room went silent. Peter's eyes, full of both discernment and grief, fixed on him. "Ananias," Peter said slowly, "why has Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and keep back part of the price of the land for yourself? While it remained unsold, wasn't it your own? And after it was sold, wasn't the money at your disposal? You haven't lied to people, you have lied to God." Acts 5:3-4. Ananias' confident smile faded. His heart raced. The weight of truth struck him like lightning. He collapsed and breathed his last. The young men nearby wrapped his body and carried him out. The room trembled, not from noise but from awe. The fear of God filled every soul present. 3 hours later, Sapphira entered, unaware of what had happened. Her steps were graceful, her voice calm. Peter met her gently. "Tell me, Sapphira, did you and your husband sell the land for this amount?" She nodded with a smile. "Yes, for that much." Peter's face saddened. "How is it that you have agreed together to test the Spirit of the Lord? Look, the feet of those who buried your husband are at the door, and they will carry you out also." Acts 5:9. Her breath caught in her throat. She fell instantly at Peter's feet. The young men entered again, found her lifeless, and buried her beside her husband. The entire church, and everyone who heard of it, was seized with holy fear. Not terror, but reverence. They realized something powerful. God's presence among them was not to be taken lightly. This was not about punishment alone. It was a moment that revealed how sacred honesty is in God's kingdom. The Spirit of God is not mocked. He desires truth in the inward parts. Psalm 51:6. He sees beyond appearances, beyond polished words, beyond performance, and straight into the heart. Ananias and Sapphira remind us that God values authenticity over appearance. They were not judged for giving less, but for pretending to give more. Their story is a solemn reminder that God honors integrity more than image. True generosity flows from love, not from wanting to be seen. True worship is honest surrender, not staged devotion. The early church grew stronger after this. The fear of the Lord purified their hearts, and the power of God increased. They learned that walking with the Holy Spirit required not just boldness, but truth. Reflection. In a world that rewards show over sincerity, the story of Ananias and Sapphira whispers a timeless truth. God doesn't bless the mask, He blesses the heart. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Matthew 5:37. God doesn't need perfection, He desires honesty. He's not impressed by how much we give, but by how much we trust. Final thought: when you give, give freely. When you serve, serve sincerely. When you worship, worship truthfully, because God's power rests where truth resides. Let your life say, "Lord, search my heart. Purify my motives. Let everything I do honor you in spirit and truth."